Friends, today this is not just a video, this is a New Year massacre performed by an MMA legend, a man people feared on December 31st more than January 1st, Fedor Emelianenko. While the whole world was cutting salads and popping champagne, he was stepping into the ring. 6 fights on December 31st, one more on December 29th. No breaks, no excuses. And in every single one, pure dominance. Let's start this masterpiece with the first fight against pro wrestler Yuji Nagata, December 31st, 2003, Kobe, Japan. New Year's Eve, a packed arena, and a very bad night for one Japanese superstar. That moment, the last emperor had a record of 17-1. While the local hero Nagata walked in confident, smiling, he even received a bouquet of flowers for support. Spoiler alert, after the fight, those flowers would have worked better as a goodbye gift to his confidence. Fedor, as always, with a stone-cold face, calm like a snake before the strike. No wasted movement, no emotions. His opponent looks confident too, a little too confident. The bell rings. The fight begins. In the very first minute, Fedor turns on the steamroller. Heavy bombs start flying one after another, and it becomes clear this New Year's fight won't last long. Fedor quickly takes the fight to the ground and starts dismantling his opponent, as if he's not facing a professional fighter, but a helpless kid caught in the wrong place. The referee understands everything instantly and makes the only right decision to stop the beating. And just like that, the fight was over. No questions asked, no second chances. But what comes next is a completely different story. A fight that was far from an easy walk for Fedor. December 31st, 2004. Saitama, Japan. 2 names that still give MMA fans goosebumps. Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. Fedor Emelianenko. A super fight. A clash of eras. 2 stars who never knew how to back down. The fighters touch gloves, and the fight is on. A very lively start. The action quickly moves to the ground. Whoa! A killer jump! But Fedor stays in control and once again takes Antonio down. Overall, the first round is spent either in the stand-up or with powerful throws from Fedor. The Brazilian answers back with some impressive bottom movement, working actively from guard. The referee has seen enough and brings them back to their feet. Time to trade in the stand-up. And immediately, another takedown from the New Year champion. The first round is extremely tense. Both fighters are careful, yet at the same time, they refuse to hold back. Nogueira doesn't miss his moment either and lands a beautiful takedown on Fedor. Both warriors put in serious work. The first round ends. A brief rest. Round 2. Let's go. Once again, measured stand-up exchanges, followed by takedowns from Emelianenko. Most of the second round takes place on the ground. Heavy ground and pound from Fedor, full control. Third round, the final round of legends. It starts fast, strikes from Fedor, and another takedown. Fedor's takedowns, ground strikes on his opponent. And that's how the third round of this legendary fight unfolds. Friends, I'm sure you felt pure enjoyment watching this fight. This is timeless classic MMA. Two legends, two warriors, a fight for the ages. The victory was absolutely deserved. Fedor continues his winning journey in what truly feels like his lucky new year. Huge respect to both legends of this beautiful sport. But what comes next is something completely different. A fight so fast that even the camera flash can't keep up. Enter the cage, the big Brazilian machine known as Zuluzinho. And in this fight, he gets hit so hard that for a moment it feels like he might have forgotten how to find his way back home. The Predator, as always, with an ice-cold face, no emotion, no hesitation, ready to devour his prey. Round 1. Boo! And the storm begins. My God, Fedor is bouncing him around like a ball, punches coming from every direction, turning this fight into pure domination. Zuluzinho is saved only by the referee. A few more seconds, and he would have fallen asleep, forgetting not just the game plan, but where he even was. In front of us stands the legendary Pride champion. December 31st, 2005, Saitama, Japan. Friends, next up we have the fight Fedor Emelianenko versus Mark Hunt. Once again, December 31st. Once again, a spectacular martial arts show from a great champion whose name already sounded like a sentence. At that moment, Fedor's MMA record stood at 24 wins and just one loss, a result that honestly is hard to even call a real defeat. Mark Hunt gave Fedor a serious challenge, tough, honest, and respectful. Round 1, let's go! Mark tries to start aggressively. But the first Emperor wastes no time taking control. The first takedown. On the mat, the momentum shifts back and forth. The New Zealander manages to stay on top for a while, but the referee stands both big men back up. Mark throws heavy shots, and Fedor were lucky they missed their target. At that moment, it smells like a submission, but not this time. Once again, the same situation repeats. A beautiful trip by Emelianenko. And now the climax unfolds. Fedor decides to get revenge for the submission attempts. And that revenge ends in absolute triumph. And this is how the fight comes to an end, with a submission, a kimura. The first Emperor proves once again that he is the best. Confetti falls to celebrate his victory, and Japan witnesses a spectacular performance from two elite athletes. December 31st, 2006, Saitama, Japan. The night ends on a truly high note. Once again, Fedor confirms his legacy. He is the king of pride. But we move on, my friends. Up next, a fight against a true giant Hong Man Choi. David versus Goliath. And as always, these are the stories Fedor was born for. The bell rings. Round 1. A feel-out with the lead hand. A step forward, but not this time. The human cabinet crushes the champion. Fedor, quick like a snake, looks for a submission, but the giant holds strong, and the fight goes on. Another attack attempt, but it looks like a small car crashing into a truck. And then, magic! Lightning-fast Fedor finds the moment and locks in an armbar. That's it, it's over. The champion secures the victory in less than 2 minutes. Congratulations, December 31st, 2007, Saitama, Japan, another triumph. And we continue our journey through the legendary fighter's New Year winning streak. Next stop, December 31st, 2011, once again in Saitama, 4 years after Fedor's last New Year appearance. During that time, Emelianenko faced adversity for the first time, 3 losses, brutal and painful ones. But legends don't quit. Fedor kept moving forward. And now he faces Satoshi Ishii, a Japanese judoka, Olympic gold medalist, and a very serious opponent. Satoshi Ishii makes his walk to the ring. The crowd welcomes their hometown fighter. And now, Fedor enters, calm, focused, no wasted energy. The referee gives final instructions, and we're off. The Japanese fighter charges forward desperately, but honestly, these are just harmless attempts. Watching this, it feels like either Fedor didn't want to finish his opponent too quickly, or someone politely asked him, "Let's make this fight last a bit longer." He lets him live. Didn't finish him off. And then, the moment of climax, a beautiful combination, a brief pause, and suddenly, Fedor's opponent forgets where he is, what his name is, and what year it even is. Congratulations to the legend on yet another fast and dominant victory, and we move on. We meet again 4 years later. December 31st, 2015. No need to say where. Once again, Saitama, Japan. The RIZIN tournament. Fedor Emelianenko versus Jagdeep Singh. We see the records of both fighters. Jade Singh, an Indian heavyweight kickboxer. At the time of his fight with Fedor, he was undefeated in MMA with a record of 2 wins and no losses. As a sign of respect, both fighters are presented with bouquets of flowers, and in Japan, that means only one thing. The real dance in the ring is about to begin. The legendary referee gives final instructions. The fight begins. Fedor starts carefully, not rushing the action. Solid, clean combinations from the living legend. The fight then moves to the canvas. And that's where the bombing starts. Heavy ground strikes raining down until the referee has seen enough and stops the fight after Singh is knocked out. The champ is in the building. He's still got it, and he's still ready to fight on. Japan, as always, shows enormous respect to its favorite warrior and thanks Fedor for another spectacular performance. Once again, 4 years later, a New Year's showdown awaits us, but this time on December 29, 2019, in the same place where Fedor has conquered the crowd time and time again. During this period, Fedor fought 5 times, 3 wins and 2 losses. Age was starting to show, but the legend refused to stop. The final New Year's fight, Fedor Emelianenko versus Quinton Rampage Jackson. At the Bellator and RIZIN event, a massive stage, iconic names, and a legacy approaching its final chapter. The fight begins. Emelianenko starts aggressively, takes the center, and sets the pace. Rampage looks noticeably heavier and much slower, but his punches are still very dangerous. However, in this fight, Fedor works smart and composed. No rush. Clean shots landing. Before the third minute even arrives, the last emperor fires a perfect right hand, and Quentin falls and signals that he wants to go home to a warm bed instead of continuing the fight. Another beautiful victory. This is how the legend ends his fights in Japan, paying respect to the fans who truly love him. And this is how the New Year winning saga of the great legend Fedor Emelianenko comes to an end. Thank you all for watching. Support the channel with a like, comment, and subscription.